student intro. Welcome into Bellefonte High School. My name's John Calavita. I'm here alongside Jack Flanagan, and we're getting you ready for Bellefonte versus Clearfield High School boys wrestling match. Clearfield comes in with a record of 6-1, 4-0 in league play, and Bellefonte comes in with a record of 6-3, 2-3 in league play. Bellefonte, a young team. You know, they came in third. They're coming off a hot tournament. They came in third place in a tournament where they had five wrestlers finish in the top 10 of their weight class. Jack, what can we expect out of these teams tonight? And we'll talk about that when we finish up with the national anthem. Back inside CNET's coverage of Pennsylvania high school wrestling. Jack, we're getting ready for this big match between Clearfield and Bellefonte. What can we expect for these two teams?
Well, both teams have gotten off to a really solid start this season, but the difference is the league play. Bellefonte has lost 3 matches already in league play, whereas Clearfield is undefeated. Bellefonte is a young team this season. They're going to need to play hard if they can come out with the victory. But we saw the JV match before this. These fans are fired up. These are 2 proud programs, and it should be a great match tonight.
They are, as Clearfield took the league championship last year. Before that, Bellefonte took 4 out of the previous 5, 2017, 19, 20, and 21. And here we go with the first match, just about ready to get underway. Bellefonte in red, Clearfield in black. Neutral position right now, both circling each other.
This will be an exhibition match between
Just an exhibition match.
Adam Rugi and Alex James.
So Alex James of Bellefonte. He's heading in there, both in a neutral position, no real advancement yet.
Exhibition match, so this is not going to count towards the team totals tonight. I guess they figured to get it out of the way in the beginning.
Bit of a stalemate here. Bellefonte on the top, Clearfield on the bottom, getting ready almost they're both up. If no one pins, 3 periods, 2 minutes each. Both still grappling for control as we're under the halfway point here in the first period. James on top, the junior. And that's a referee's restart. Go back to the center, put back into the neutral position, 41.4 seconds to go here in period 1.
Yeah, both guys just matching each other, move for move right now. Kind of a good way for both teams to ease into this match with an exhibition between 2 older members of both teams.
Okay, another stalemate. These 2 wrestlers seem evenly matched. James, the junior, underneath right now. Trying to get a moral victory, sparks some kind of momentum for Bellefonte. Now he's got him on his back, and that is almost when they got a near fall. They started to count. And that is the end of period one. So there's no score at all there. An exhibition round. Now they got 2 on that little 2-second near fall. Restart back on a top and bottom position. James on top. Go back at it. James has to be careful that he doesn't clasp. Back up in the neutral. That's an escape there for Clearfield. 2-1. James going more on the offensive. A little bit of hand fighting.
Nice move right there. These are 2 longer guys that are really going after each other. Not a lot of waiting around here.
Close to the out-of-bounds line. They both go out after we start in the middle. James now on the defensive. And it's 2 points. Clearfield. At 5-0 in the match. James trying desperately to get up. It's a near fall. 3 seconds. It's already 2 more points. It's a 5-point near fall.
2 points.
2 points. So 7-0 here, and they'll restart as they both went out of bounds. Top and bottom position. Clearfield on top. James on the bottom. He's trying to struggle. Major win is decided by 8 or more points. Minor win decided by 3 or less. The match does stop. One of the wrestlers does get ahead by 15. James trying to keep his way out there as there is the near fall. It's a 2.
And a pin there.
There's a pin right there.
Yeah, James started off strong, but struggled there towards the end. And, you know, that is what we were told to expect by this, or for this Clearfield team tonight. A lot of great wrestlers, a more experienced team than Bellefonte. But here are the official lineups for the teams tonight.
So get your blue 50-50 tickets out. And the lucky winner of this ticket.
Non-face-off last year. They did play in 2021. They did wrestle in 2021. Bellefonte emerged victorious 48-20. Last year, Clearfield was 15-1, 5-0 in league play, and Bellefonte was 11-2, and they were 5-1 in league play.
But first, the 50-50 raffle. And it looks like it's a lucky fan from Bellefonte.
Just about ready to get underway.
All right, welcome to Bellefonte Area High School. Home dual meet for the Red Raiders versus Clearfield Area High School.
I'll highlight some big guys, big players on the Clearfield wrestling team. You got 3 major players. Cash Deal, a freshman with one heck of a name. He's 13-4 on the season. Brady Collins, the sophomore, he's 15-2. And Carter Chamberlain, junior, 15-3. 3 big proponents of this Clearfield team. And Bellefonte, they have a pretty long history. Gage, Jackson, and Wyatt Long. Wyatt and Jackson, both freshmen, both up-and-coming guys. But Gage Long and Nash Irwin, 2 seniors. Gage has 21 wins. That's the most between these 2 teams. Nash has 15 wins. Both are very talented. They're going to lead this young squad. Hopefully push them towards, a better finish, a better ending to their season. Again, they are 2-3 in league play. Only lost on the season. But they are coming off a 3rd place finish in the Southern Tier Memorial Tournament up in New York.
133 for Clearfield.
As the wrestlers are still getting introduced.
And 133 for the Red Raiders, Gavin DeFore. And 139 for Clearfield, Brady Collins. And 139 for the Red Raiders, Noah Weaver.
Noah Weaver and Brady Collins, a match to look forward to in the 139-pound weight class. Weaver 16-8, a sophomore. Collins, as I said, 15-2. Weaver has 6 wins by regular decision, 4 wins by a major decision, 3 tech falls, 3 falls, but he has 4 falls to his credit on the losing end.
And 160 for Clearfield, Carter Freeland. And 160 for the Red Raiders will be either Eli Gintard or Max Murray. And 172 for Clearfield, Hunter Wrestler. And 172 for your Red Raiders, Grady Garrison. And 189 for Clearfield, Carter Chamberlain. And 189 for the Red Raiders will be either Nash Irwin or Addison Shawley.
So Nash Irwin versus Carter Chamberlain, that is a huge matchup. Those two will face off towards the end of this meet. As I said earlier, Chamberlain 15-3, Nash 15-9.
Or Nash Irwin.
May see Nash wrestle twice tonight.
Match will start at 285. We still have a winning ticket here. Oh, wait a second. We got a,
All right, so here we go. Match starts at 285.
John Wood buying dinner
And
tonight.
it looks like it's going to be either Colton Perriman or Addison Shawley. Both of these teams here going with different options at different spots. Those are the 2 potential heavyweights for Bellefonte. For Clearfield. So either going to be Eric Myers or Nick Baylor. It is Nick Baylor.
All right, Nick Baylor going for Clearfield. Caleb Frazier going for Bellefonte. Frazier 0-7 on the season. The senior going against the freshman who's 1-2. So this big weight class, neither of them really getting a chance to show their stuff, but here we go. It's your 2 big boys.
And here we go. Both going after each other pretty early. Pawing up high. Baylor looks like he could be well over 285, but he isn't.
Baylor in black, Frazier in red. Baylor definitely has the reach on Frazier.
Baylor trying to bring Frazier down here. And he does. For a takedown and a pin.
So Clearfield right away, a first match pin, up 6-zip.
A great way to start the match for the road team. And that's going to be a hard deficit to climb out of here.
Shouldn't be too bad though. They didn't get many points. It was just a quick pin. So we got Cash Deal.
And Wyatt Long for Bellefonte. So we go from the biggest weight class to the smallest to start off the match here.
Freshman on freshman. Long trying to make a move, going down low, some hand fighting. There goes Deal. Deal's bringing him down. No points awarded just yet.
Wyatt Long for Bellefonte's trying to pull Deal down here. Deal's had a great start to the season as just a young freshman. And he's doing a good job here, staying on his feet. But Long's really giving it to him.
There's a nice little takedown. As Long is on the bottom. Cash Deal is trying to get stuff award. He has 2 points, has for the takedown. Got the armbar going. He's not clasping just yet. If you clasp, basically the guy on the bottom is invincible. Nothing can happen. As we tick under in a minute to go in the first period of this match. Again in the top position. Cash Deal. Again, enter tonight 13-4. The freshman in the 107-pound weight class, 2-0 Deal. As Clearfield took the very first match. And
Long just trying to turn Deal over here, put him on his back. But when Deal has his head turned like that on the ground, it's really hard to get his shoulders flipped over. Both of these guys really just matching each other.
And a stalemate again. Deal in the top position, Long on the bottom. Long trying to make his move, get out, get an escape, get a point for himself. Oh, Long almost got how to get up there, just couldn't. Deal kept him on the ground, and that is the end of the first period. First of 3. 2-0 the score on points. We'll start it off with Long in the top, Deal in the bottom. And here we go. Long tries to get a takedown, trying to turn him over. On top, and Deal not letting up, and Deal actually gets up, and now he has the upper hand. Pushing towards the outside of the circle.
You can see he's just trying to turn his shoulders over there. Good job by Long to stand his ground.
To experienced wrestlers, yet they are younger. These guys seem to know what they're doing. They're both pretty much an evenly matched bout. Deal able to stand up. Now they're both in a neutral position. Deal takes him down. Long trying to do something. Deal's trying to flip him over. He can't quite do it yet. Deal did get a point for an escape there. 3-0 in the match. 6-0 overall in the meet in favor of Clearfield. Red Raiders still trying to get on the board.
Just a really technical bout between these two younger wrestlers right now. Deal up 3-0, trying to add to his lead.
Now, Deal has had the upper hand for the majority of this match, and that's a pin. That's a takedown there for Deal. He's up 5-0 now. As we about 30 seconds to go in period number 2. Long not giving up, still showing some fight. But Deal just seems to have him overmatched slightly, not by a lot. But Long hasn't really had much time on the advantage. Ten seconds to go in the period. Deal on top. He's going to get saved by the bell here. See if Long can do anything. And that is another stalemate. So at the end of 2 rounds here in this match, Long is down 5-0 to Deal. 6-0 as we head into the third and final period of this match. And once again, Long will find himself in the top position, Deal on the bottom. And if Deal can escape, he will be awarded 1 point. Both in the top. Long just trying to use his brute strength to kick him down, and he doesn't. And Deal has the upper hand, and that is a reverse. 2 points for Deal, 7-0. You got him in a near fall. No points awarded there. Fall. Long able to get out of it. But Deal, it's all Deal in this match.
This is huge for Long here. He does not want to get pinned to add to Clearfield's lead.
Long's on his back. The referee looking in to see if both shoulder blades are down.
Long just doing everything he can to keep his neck up.
Long just trying to fight, trying to stay in it. You got to admire the unwillingness to quit as a 3-point near fall. 10-0 the score. And Deal, Cash Deal, what a great name. And They'll recall it. They went out of bounds as Deal will take the top position, Long on the bottom, 10-0. Deal in a pretty comfortable lead. And he takes a nice takedown, puts him on his stomach.
No points awarded there, though, because he didn't quite take him down all the way.
Didn't quite get him. Deal still on top. Long still fighting. A long shot to win as we tick under 45 seconds to go in this match.
Long just doing everything he can to help the team. He doesn't want to lose by more than 10 points here to add to Cash Deal's contribution to Clearfield. They're already up 6-0. 30 seconds left in this individual match. And Long doing everything he can to last till the final buzzer.
Again, Deal has pretty much been on top of this from the get-go. He has really been just very technical. You know, he hasn't let up. Long, he just appears overmatched a bit. 13 seconds to go. And it seems like they're just going to stay there. Deal trying to pull his opponent up. But in 3 seconds, Clearfield's going to have a 16-0 lead. So 2 straight wins for Clearfield to start off the match. Like I said, 6-0 or 16-0 as we head into the 114-pound weight class.
All right, coming up 114. Third.
So 114 here.
Brendan Chamberlain. For your Red Raiders, Cameron Garcia.
All right, so here's Chamberlain at 114. We weren't sure exactly where we were going to see him tonight. Garcia for Bellefonte. Going to try and keep his team in it. 10-0 Clearfield. We've seen 2 great performances from Clearfield's 2 wrestlers, Nick Baylor and Cash Deal, to start off the night. Both wrestlers fall out of the circle here.
Cam Garcia for Bellefonte coming into the night 11-11. Meanwhile, Chamberlain, this is Brendan Chamberlain. He's 8-6, the freshman versus a sophomore battle.
There's another 2 points there. You know, all 3 matches tonight, we've seen each Clearfield wrestler get off to a good start. A takedown for Chamberlain. And he's got a 2-0 lead as time ticks away here in the first period.
Bellefonte still remaining off the board, has yet to score a point in the match. You see a clasp there, which means Chamberlain can't really do anything. He's not going to get, he can't be awarded any points. He's got to get out of that. And he does there.
That's a 1-point penalty for that clasp. The referee was just waiting for Chamberlain to make a move on Garcia with that clasp. Once he finally did, Garcia was awarded a point. 2-1 now here in the 3rd match.
Nice little reversal there. That is the first 3 points there. Escape and a reversal for Bellefonte. They're on the board. They do take the lead in the final seconds of the first period of the match.
Garcia starts off here on the bottom in that referee's position. Got those 3 points just at the end of that first period of his match for Bellefonte. Would be really, really huge here if he could pick up some points for his team.
Well, Both once again seem evenly matched, very close. Here in period 2, again 3-2. Clearfield leading 10-0. Chamberlain still in the top position, Garcia on the bottom. Garcia trying to escape.
Chamberlain's just trying to turn him over here. Garcia, with that low center of gravity, just not nudging. He's got a 3-2 lead here. No reason to be over aggressive for him. He's doing a good job of defending himself. There is a call here, though. It looks like his headgear was coming off.
A little equipment malfunction.
Start in the referee's position. Garcia trying to get away. He can't. It's still 3-2 in favor of Garcia and Bellefonte here. Chamberlain really trying to make a move on Garcia, but Garcia knows exactly when to turn his body to avoid giving up any points.
Garcia was on the defensive. Now he's trying to bring Chamberlain to his backside. And there you go, that's a takedown. A reversal, excuse me.
That's another big points for Garcia with a 5-2 lead here going into the last period.
So Jack, the first two matches we saw Clearfield's wrestlers not really giving up an inch, not giving up a single point. And now the sophomore Cameron Garcia trying to get his team on the board. Keep him in it. 3 points for a minor decision, 4 for a major, 6 for a pin.
I wouldn't be surprised here if we see Chamberlain really go for something big. Down 3, his team's got a big lead so far tonight. He's down 3 personally. His team is a big lead tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he's aggressive, try to make something happen.
In anybody's match, really close, even a 5-second near fall ties the game up if Chamberlain is able to do so.
Garcia tries to go over Chamberlain there, now comes and shoots at his legs underneath.
Always want to stay low. The lower your center of gravity, the more of an advantage you have.
Garcia really doing a nice job here of just driving Chamberlain forward and holding on to his lead.
He's not letting Chamberlain get up.
No, and he's taking a lot of time off the clock. He's doing a nice job, and he's turning Chamberlain over here, trying to get some more points. But Chamberlain with that neck turned, trying not to give up an inch.
It's a referee stoppage.
Yeah, he was in a dangerous position there, and the referee stops it. But Chamberlain will start underneath here, and Garcia, with 20 seconds left to go, is trying to put Bellefonte on the board tonight.
I think Garcia is just going to try to run the clock out. And there it is.
So a 5-2 lead and win right there for Garcia. The Red Raiders get 3 points on the board. It's now 10-3 in favor of Clearfield.
All right, it's going to bring us to 121 pounds.
121-pound match tonight.
Davis. And for the Red Raiders,
Evan Davis, the senior, going against Ezra Swisher, the freshman. So big experience.
Gap, I guess you could say.
Big experience gap there. As Swisher on top. Swisher 17-8, a very successful freshman. Davis 11-5. Pretty solid start to his season.
Right away, Davis has got, Swisher in an uncomfortable position.
Davis trying to use his experience against the young freshman. And it's a stalemate, neutral position. Go back down once again. 125 remaining here in the first period. Swisher looking for an angle. Both hand fighting, both taken down to the mat. Neither wanting to give an inch. Staying pretty much far away from each other, just not really waiting for one to make a mistake.
Yeah, out of the 4 matches we've seen to start off, with the exception of that shot to the legs right there from Davis, this has been one of the quieter matches to start off this contest tonight.
We'll break it up. Once again, we'll go back to the neutral position, center of the circle. Swisher on the attack, but Davis, I think Davis is just waiting for the freshman to make a mistake.
He could be. He could be. They're both taking their time. Nobody really being too aggressive, but that could change in a second.
Davis went for the legs. Swisher went down, back into a neutral position. Nearing the end of the first period. Nobody scored a point in this match. Swisher just gets up, backs away. They're going to take it to round number 2. Just about 5 seconds. Okay, so first period ends, no points were scored. But Jack, that was a different match than we've seen the past 3. You know, they were just trying to stay away from each other. I think that...
Yeah, that was more similar to what you would see in the beginning of a boxing match almost, kind of feeling each other out and taking their time. We'll see who chooses to be more aggressive here, if not both of them.
Davis starts on the bottom, Swisher starts on the top. Swisher trying to turn him over to his backside. It'd be a big accomplishment for a freshman to take down a senior. Engaging more here in the early going to this period. And still no points scored through 2.5 minutes of wrestling so far.
Swisher gets on top now. Just got to try and get in the right position to get Davis down. But when Davis is in that position and he smushes his face into the mat, it's really hard to move a guy like that.
It looked like Davis had a chance to break out, get a 1-point escape, couldn't do it. Swisher barring him from getting up. And one of the more evenly matched bouts we've seen in fourth bout, 10-3. Red Raiders are down with the Bison. Swisher still on top of Davis.
And still no points for either wrestler.
Still not. I think 1 point could even win this match.
Could be. Could be, but both guys, you can tell, they know when they're close to the end of the round, or the period. And they start to turn it on a little bit in the last 30 seconds. But a really defensive matchup between both of these guys.
And as it looks like we are probably going to head to a 0-0 third round. And you got to wonder if their attitudes are going to change heading into the final round.
Well, I would say for Swisher on Bellefonte, his team down big, I don't know if he wants to give up any major points here. This might be one of those matches where he's just trying to keep his team in it rather than giving up a big mistake leading to more Clearfield points.
Starting on top this time, it's Davis. Swisher trying to keep from getting turned over. And once again, still a stalemate, minute 36 to go. Swisher trying to pull the arms out.
Yeah, but just like I said, Swisher really not wanting to give up too much.
Swisher trying to pull off the escape. Can he do it? 1:15 to go. Davis still on top, and Swisher now goes after the legs of Davis, and he stands up and he gets out of it. They haven't called an escape.
And a takedown.
And that's takedown. That's a reversal right there for Swisher. He's got the 2-0 lead, and that may do it. Obviously still a minute to go here in the period. That was a really nice reversal by Swisher. He was underneath, took out the senior, now he's on top of him, poised to win the round. And it's a big technical match. Neither giving an inch, but Davis made a mistake and Swisher capitalized. He's 30 seconds away from a freshman over senior win. Davis.
Swisher here not really letting up an inch. He's got that 2-point lead, but with 20 seconds to go in his match, he wants to contribute to the team. He wants to contribute to this Bellefonte comeback we're seeing in these last two matches. Down 10-3, but Swisher delivers for his team, and they're going to inch closer to Clearfield's total.
It's going to be 10-6. So back-to-back Clearfield wins, back-to-back Bellefonte wins. Now Clearfield, their wins are more by a bigger decision. That's why they have more points on the board. We're going to see the next weight class.
27 for Clearfield, Colton Ryan. And for the Red Raiders,
versus the freshman Colton Ryan and Wyatt's twin brother Jackson. Jackson coming in 13-9 for Bellefonte. Colton Ryan coming in 6-7 for Clearfield.
And the opposite of this last match, we saw these guys are going after each other and in a hurry. Both of these guys hungry for a victory, and they're not wasting any time.
Two very, very different styles. This could be a high-scoring match.
Both of these guys really attacking the headgear of the other, trying to push the head down. Maybe try and block the eyes of the other wrestler and then shoot their legs. But each are ready.
Almost a minute through the first period. No one's been on the ground. Just hand fighting in the neutral position.
(10-6) here with Clearfield leading. Big match for both teams. Could really swing this contest tonight in one direction or the other.
Saw Long try to make a move, but Ryan blocked him. Looks like Long is more on the offensive.
Ryan here, though, trying to make a big play. He's going to see if he can drop Long. And he's about to. But Long doing everything he can. That core strength to stay up. Using his hands. But it is going to be a takedown for Colton Ryan. He's got a 2-0 lead. So nice play right there from Ryan to get those points right before the first period ended. Like I said, big individual match here for both teams that could really swing the momentum one way or another.
Yeah, and those two points scored right at the end. We saw a lot of attempts for Jackson Long. Couldn't quite land him. And then Ryan makes one, gets those 2 points on the board. So Long had him in the air, but it looked like they were both out of bounds. They'll go back to the neutral position.
I think Long thought he had a shot to take down Colton Ryan, but just pushed him a little too far out of bounds.
Long makes his move there. Ryan's still on top, but Long has got him on the leg. He's lifting him up. trying to roll him over.
You can see Long just trying to turn, Ryan just trying to turn over Long from Bellefonte. But Long drives those legs.
And still 2-0 halfway through time-wise of this match. Ryan on top, Long on the bottom.
Long doing such a great job of defending himself by just spinning like that in a circle. But Ryan adds to his lead there. He's now up 5-0.
Had a near fall, little 5-second near fall. Long's got to make up some points. Oh, and Long's on his back, almost had the pin. Ryan on top, has an arm bar.
Ryan from Clearfield there with 5 points in that second period. We saw him a lot more aggressive. If he can gain some more points, Clearfield can add to their 4-point lead tonight.
Close match so far through the first 4 bouts. Each team is 2 wins. The Clearfields were more decisive.
Long just in one of those situations right now where, as we said with the previous matches of Bellefonte, just can't give up too many points here. It's unlikely he'll come back and win this, but just doesn't want to put his team in a bigger hole.
With 3 more points, that's the difference between a 3-point win and a 4-point win in terms of the overall score of the match. Looks like Ryan could just be waiting out the clock a minute to go here in the final period of this match.
But Long's got him in a position here that he wants. He's going to try and turn him over right on his back. You can see him getting his arms around that shoulder there. When he puts his wrists together, he's going to try and spin him if he can. Long just doing a good job, though, of defending himself and trying to get out of this. He stands up, but he gets thrown down there. Ryan really controlling this entire match as the clock ticks around 10 seconds.
Jackson Long made a last-ditch effort, almost had him, just couldn't quite finish it off. Colton Ryan takes the win there. 13-6 now. Clearfield leads over Bellefonte.
Coming up, 133 for Clearfield, Colton Bumbarger. And the Red Raiders.
It'll be Colton Bumbarger, the freshman in the 133-pound bout, versus Gavin Dufour. Dufour 2-14 freshman versus Bumbarger 4-8. Both guys trying to get some more wins added to their resume. In the neutral position, both standing up. Bumbarger, both having them in a grasp. Dufour on the bottom now as Bumbarger's taking control, nearing the out-of-bounds marker. 30 seconds gone here in the first round. They're both standing up, and Bumbarger looks like almost got the takedown there, couldn't quite get it. Dufour prevented it, but Bumbarger clearly overpowering Dufour right now. And both have now stepped out, go back to the neutral position.
These are 2 guys that have started the season with losing records on their resume. I'm sure both would love to win this match, not only for the team, but for themselves to build some confidence.
They're hungry as Bumbarger takes down once again, doesn't get the points. Does have 2 on him, 2-0 in favor of Bumbarger. Takes another takedown there, hasn't been awarded yet, trying to flip over Gavin Dufour. Gavin Dufour receiving words of encouragement from his teammates, still on the bottom. Trying to figure a way out of this. Gonna flip his opponent over, almost has a chance, got him by the legs. Dufour looks in a decent position, but his neck is a little bit incapacitated, but Dufour still on the bottom.
And he's close to being pinned here, and
like
he is.
That is a pin, 6 points. That is 6 points towards Clearfield, 19-6. So 4 wins for Clearfield, 2 for Bellefonte, but their wins by a much higher decisions as we head into the 139-pound weight class.
For Clearfield, Brady Collins. And for the Red Raiders, Noah Weaver.
This is going to be a fun match. 16-8 Noah Weaver versus 15-2 Brady Collins. Sophomore versus sophomore.
And Noah Weaver for Bellefonte being aggressive here. Bellefonte was starting to build some momentum, but those last 2 matches did not go their way, and now Clearfield has a bigger lead, and Collins has a 2-0 lead.
Collins with a nice takedown. Looked like he almost kicked Weaver in the leg. No call, though.
These last 2 wrestlers we've seen for Clearfield, Collins, and in the last match, Bumgarner, technical. But Collins is going for a bigger play here. Almost has the near fall. The referee doing everything he can to see those 2 shoulders. And Weaver doing everything he can to stay out of the pin, but it doesn't work. Clearfield with 2 pins in a row. That one coming from Collins, the sophomore. A 25-6 lead for Clearfield now.
And Brady Collins improves to 16-2 on the year. He is something special, just a sophomore. So 25-6. About halfway through this one. Bellefonte with plenty of time to come back, and now it's Gage Long, the senior, versus Patrick Knepp, the senior as well. Patrick Knepp 3-9, Gage Long 21-8. His 2 brothers have already lost today, but Gage is the leader of this team. Both in the neutral position on the outer edge. And Long now trying to get the takedown. Does. They're on the near the outer edge. That's a 2-point takedown for Long.
He's going for more here.
He's on top. He wants the pin. He wants to get his team back in it. He is absolutely manhandling Knepp. Long still on top. This is the first real round that we've seen a Bellefonte wrestler pretty much overpower his opponent. And another takedown. Almost
great move from Long there.
Long trying to get the pin. Can he do it? Really quick match. Almost got the second shoulder blade down. Referee looking inside. Long holding him down. Only a minute into this one.
Knepp trying to do everything he can to last to this buzzer.
Long is just, his technique is so solid. He is just overpowering, and there is a pin. Gage Long makes it 25-12. That's the first win in 3 rounds for Bellefonte.
And I'd say they needed that one. Pull within 13 of their opponent. And the veteran gets the much-needed pin there.
Coming up,
That's win number 22 on the season for Gage Long.
And for the Red Raiders, Jack McHale.
So Jack McHale, the freshman, the 5-13 freshman, headed off to this one. For Bellefonte and for Clearfield, it's Carter Freeland, so sophomore versus freshman out here in the 152-pound weight class. It's already 2-0. Oh, for Ty Aveni, excuse me, Ty Aveni. Sophomore, 9-6 record.
And he's already in a good position, Aveni is, for Clearfield. Just pushing that shoulder back of McHale. Already up 2-0, Aveni is.
There's another one. They take down 4-0 in favor of Aveni. We saw the lone bright spot, Gage Long. It looks like we're nearing, that is a near fall. That's a 3-point near fall. Score should be 7-0 in just a sec. McHale trying desperately to keep the second shoulder blade off the mat, but Aveni's still on top. And it's a little neck motion there. That's a 2-point penalty. So they'll restart. Once again, McHale on the bottom, Aveni on the top, 7-0. Aveni goes right back to work.
Aveni being extremely aggressive here tonight.
McHale tried to get a little back pin. Couldn't quite get it. As we near the end of the first period, 6-0 now as Aveni lost the point. So 25-12 in favor of Clearfield. They're pretty much taking control of this one. But obviously a pin can take care of what McHale needs to do, but he just seems overmatched against Aveni. And he seems more experienced. And McHale 5-13, Aveni's 9-6. 4 wins by a tech fall for Aveni. But starting off the round, it'll be McHale on top, Aveni on the bottom.
Looks like the referees are having a conversation with Clearfield's coach.
I think Clearfield's wondering why they took 1 point off the board.
Could be some kind of penalty of some sort. It looked like a late call. Referees didn't make it clear right away what had happened. They waited until the end of that first period to talk to the scorers table.
This is the real first round where both the wrestlers have had an extended amount of time to just take a break from their 2-minute spurts. Here we go back. They did add the extra point. So it is still 7-0 in favor of Aveni. But 1 more point, that's the difference between a 3-point win and a 4-point win in terms of the overall score. McHale on top, Aveni trying to flip him over. Has him by the leg. McHale not giving up, now still on top, but Aveni almost getting on top of him, trying to flip him over.
McHale here being a little bit more aggressive, but you can tell Aveni, once he pops up like that, gets his legs up in the air, that's just getting him ready to attack once again. And it works. He's in full control, and he's now got 9 points.
Another reversal. Now it's turned into a 4-point win if McHale can't score any. Trying to keep away from the 5-point win, which is if Aveni gets ahead by 15 points, which isn't out of the question. A minute to go here in the second round. Aveni on top. McHale trying to fight his way out. Referee's getting down. It looks like Aveni almost there. Aveni almost got near the near fall there. Trying to turn over his opponent, almost can, and Aveni gets back on top. McHale had a chance there. And that is a 2-point takedown for Aveni. 11-0 now, 4 points away from a technical win. 20 seconds remaining in period 2, and Aveni still back on top. Pulling his arms, got a little bit of a half Nelson going on. 10 seconds remaining in the second period. 11-0 in favor of Aveni, 25-12 as we head into the third period of play. 11-0. Mikhail just trying to get on the board. He'll get a bit of a moral victory. He will start on top. Aveni on the bottom. Mikhail doing a good job of subduing him. He's not all the way there, and it looks like Aveni's gotten out of it.
Aveni really doing a nice job here, controlling this match. Hasn't given up a single point to Mikhail so far in this match, and he extends his lead to 13-0.
With the 2-point reversal now because Aveni's on top. Mikhail just trying to keep the 2 points away from getting the technical fall, meaning Aveni has it going ahead by 15 points, and Mikhail almost flipped Aveni over, but Aveni back on top. Mikhail trying to fight out of it. 1:15 to go in the third period. Aveni very much manhandling this match. Aveni doing his best, just try to flip him over. 1 minute to go. Oh, and Mikhail almost had the near fall.
Every time it looks like Aveni's going to give up some points, he flips right back to the top.
He wants that perfect. He wants the 0 next to his name. Aveni back on top, trying to wait out the final 36 seconds. Mikhail not really able to do much against Aveni. This is one of the more overpowering fights we've seen, and that is a technical fall. And right there, 15-0. That is a W for Tai Aveni. And that'll bring the total of the match 30-12. And Bellefonte's going to have to make some sort of miraculous comeback if they want to have any chance at winning this.
Really impressive stretch of wrestlers for Clearfield. Ryan, Bumgardner, Collins, Knepp, and Aveni, all with big victories, all extending this Clearfield lead. But still 4 matches to go here. And right now it's the 160-pounders, and they don't waste any time. Freeland here on top.
It's Freeland versus Maxwell. Maxwell for Bellefonte, Freeland for Clearfield. Excuse me, Murray. Maxwell Murray for Bellefonte.
And Murray's chin strap is in his mouth right now. I'm sure that tastes great.
Go back to neutral position. No points scored yet in this one. A little more evenly matched as we get up to the bigger and bigger boys.
Yeah, 160 pounds here. I feel like these are the guys that have a perfect combination of speed and power. They're probably some of the best athletes on the team. Wouldn't be surprised if they played some other sports too. And, you know, so far a really close match. Bellefonte just really, really needs some big victories here at the end if they want to come away with the win tonight. But they're facing an 18-point deficit.
Bellefonte needs a pin in every match.
Oh yeah, for the most part.
You know, behind by 3 pins, essentially.
3 pins with 4 to play. And,
you know, never say never.
Never say never, but judging from the last few Clearfield wrestlers we've seen, this is a strong Clearfield team this year. And some really impressive performances we've seen over the last 4 individual bouts. Referees call them back to the neutral position, though. And they wait each other out with the clock ticking down in this first period.
All right, so a whitewash of the first period between Freeland and Murray. Murray, the senior. Freeland, the sophomore. As I said, Freeland 11-5, Murray 16-9 heading into this match. As Murray will start on top.
That'll be 1 point there for Freeland with that escape. First point we've seen in this match. Murray really going for it. Ends up pushing Freeland out of bounds.
Freeland did get 1 point on the escape, but Murray took his chance, almost got it, came up short 1-0.
These guys keep stepping out of the ring. Seems to be pretty evenly matched in length and in strength.
I'm sure Murray is aware of what he needs to do for his team to find a way to come back, be the underdog, win this match. And I think that's why he's being so aggressive, because he knows, it's up to him to start off the pin succession. They have to win all four. They have to pin in three.
He could be placed this deep into their lineup tonight for that exact reason, to give them a shot late in the match if they happen to be down. But Freeland just too strong there. Picks up another 2 points on the takedown.
Really nice takedown there by Freeland. He escaped from Murray, got on top, put him down. Nice 2-pointer.
Out of the ring again. .7 seconds left in this second period. And Clearfield's Freeland is up with 3-0 here, and he starts off these last few seconds on top. Seems to be another wrestler in a long line of great Clearfield wrestlers we've seen tonight.
Got ahead to the third period, 3-0 close match. Murray knows he has some ground to make up, just trying to make it up all in one bit with a nice pin.
Well, the team would certainly appreciate that. Down big late in this team match. We'll see if he can pull it off. He's underneath here on the referees. He tries to get away. Freeland pulls him right back in.
Murray still on the bottom. Freeland trying to take advantage, wait the clock out.
With some of these Clearfield wrestlers, when they try to get in a certain position to turn their opponent over, maybe go for the pin or some bigger pointed plays, when you look at them, you can see the gears turning in their head. They're planning 1 or 2 steps ahead and going for a bigger move. These are confident wrestlers, and they're skilled. And so far, we've seen a lot of great performances from them tonight. The home team, Bellefonte, just trying to stay alive here as this match reaches its final minute.
Again, Murray trying desperately to get out underneath of Freeland, just not giving an inch. Bellefonte just looking overpowered again outside of Gage Long. Very much overpowered as Murray almost able to escape. They are nearing the out of bounds line. They do have to redo it.
Freeland almost had Murray there. He's going to try it again. See if he can turn him over.
Murray has time to make one last-ditch effort, but it might be too little, too late.
This really has been the story of most of these matches we've seen tonight. Freeland comes away with a 3-0 victory to add to Clearfield's total. We've seen a lot of offense from Clearfield. We've seen a lot of defense from Bellefonte. Seems like Bellefonte wrestlers are trying later in their match more to not lose than they are to win.
You know, we've talked a lot about how Bellefonte's a young team. They are coached by Mike Maney. You know, he's 108-14 when he was at Bald Eagle High School. He's 182-62 as his record as a coach. 16 seasons as a wrestling coach, 15 with Bellefonte. He really knows what he's doing when he's coaching these young guys. He'll build them up. Look for Bellefonte to be a really solid program coming up in the next couple of years. But here we are in the 172-pound belt. This is Garrison versus Wrestler. William Garrison versus Hunter Wrestler. Junior versus sophomore. Garrison for Bellefonte. As both are absolutely, they're very dynamic. 25 seconds into this match, either giving inches. I think that Garrison knows what he has to do. Again, it's not impossible for Bellefonte to come back and miraculously take a win, but it's looking unlikely if Garrison can't take the pin. Garrison does have, he's got him by the leg, and that's a nice takedown for Garrison. Garrison trying to get the pin. He's moved into the top position. Wrestler underneath, and Garrison takes him down again, not getting the points. 2-0, 1 minute to go in the first period. Nearing the out-of-bounds marker. Garrison's still on top, 172-pound weight class fight. And they're out of bounds, and we'll go to top and bottom. Go back to center court. And that was one of the more aggressive matches we've seen. 2-point takedown in the first minute or so for
Garrison being really aggressive here. I'm sure he doesn't care about the scoreboard one bit. He's trying to win himself an individual match here against the aptly named Hunter Wrestler.
Garrison trying to move into a 500 record. He's 11-12 as there's a second out of bounds of the period. Hunter Wrestler 2-3, not exactly getting a lot of action over the course of this year. Once again, Murray. And once again, Garrison on top. And they get back, that's an escape. Nice escape for Wrestler. Back in the neutral position, Wrestler goes for the legs, tries to get underneath, but Garrison isn't letting him do it. As we're nearing the end of the first period, and Garrison almost got on his back, and now Wrestler moves on top, and that is a reversal. Now it's 3-2, and right at the buzzer in the first period, Wrestler able to take the lead.
Wrestler with a really nice turnaround there and gets Garrison on his back. Garrison remained there just for a second, but looked like Garrison was being the more aggressive wrestler, and then Wrestler was able to change the tide a little bit, and that's what we've seen from this Clearfield team all night. These guys do not give up. They do not give an inch, and they're not going to be outworked.
And that is an escape for Wrestler. He's up 4-2 now. Garrison has some ground to make up. He's been aggressive. He's gone for it. He's made some mistakes. Has to bear down. And Garrison goes for the takedown. Can he get the pin? Almost. They're calling the near fall. And Garrison can't quite get Wrestler to fall on his back, but he does get the 2-point near fall, and this match is tied up. And now Garrison is taking the lead with the reversal. Garrison on top of Wrestler. One of the more exciting bouts today is Wrestler able to get up, but Garrison takes him right down again. Wrestler almost had the 1-point escape. Nearing the out-of-bounds marker once again, Garrison still on top of Wrestler. As you tick under a minute to go in the second period, both are moving nearly out of bounds, and they do. And Garrison, who was on top already, will take back his position in center of the circle.
One of the better matches we've seen tonight, two guys that are being really, really aggressive but both picking their spots. And Red Raiders looking to put some more points on the board for their team total. Garrison doing everything he can to represent his team.
Garrison's hungry. He's seen his team fall behind, trying to do his part. Still on top of Wrestler. Not letting him up. Wrestler gets on his feet, but he hasn't gotten out of the grasp of Garrison. And Garrison eyes do the takedown. Wrestler takes him out of it. And Garrison almost has the pin. Can he get the second shoulder blade down? He already has a near fall. And that's a 3-point near fall for Garrison. 9-4 still on top. As we near the end of the second period, Garrison trying to finish him off. Wrestler trying to take him, almost had Garrison up in the air. And now Wrestler on the offensive. Garrison on top once more.
Both of these guys want it, can't you tell?
It's going to be an insane third round. Garrison still on top as we end it here in the second period. 9-4. Overall, Clearfield still leads 33-12 as we head into the third spot. Garrison down heading into that period. He was down 4-2. Able to work his way up, and you can see Wrestler is frustrated with himself. Garrison trying to go for it, both in the neutral position. And Garrison can kind of wait this out. He wants the pin. He wants the major decision. He's trying to bring it down. And Garrison goes for the legs. He has Wrestler up in the air. Going for the takedown. Wrestler's not giving up. Garrison takes him up, brings him down. That is a 2-point takedown, 11-4. Garrison trying to get the pin. Can he do it? Can he do it? He's got the 2-point near fall. And Garrison gets the pin. William Garrison all over. It was down after the first period, and that is one of the more exciting showings from Bellefonte tonight. 18 now in their corner, 33-18. Clearfield leading overall.
Really resilient showing from Garrison. This event tonight is all but over, but he cares about what he can do on the mat. And Hunter Wrestler was a great wrestler. But Garrison really just went for it.
Got Nash Irwin versus Carter Chamberlain in this one.
189 pounds. And Chamberlain takes Nash to the sky right away. But no points awarded yet. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 points for the takedown.
Both wrestlers have 15 points, 15 wins, coming into the match. And Irwin 15-9, Chamberlain 15-3.
Chamberlain brings Nash down right away, and he's just dead weighting him here in the first few minutes of this one. But being extremely aggressive, doing what he wants in this one. And this is really a lot of what we've seen tonight. These Clearfield wrestlers on top, the Bellefonte wrestlers on the bottom, with a few exceptions. That's why Clearfield has jumped out to this big lead. 33-18 now. Chamberlain really working Nash's shoulders down here. You can see Nash's body lifted, doing everything he can to keep those shoulders up in the air.
Nash hanging on for dear life.
But Chamberlain does get the pin. So more of what we've seen so far tonight in a lot of these different matches, a decisive victory for Clearfield. They're now up 39-18. And this is the last match of the night at 215 pounds.
And Addison Shawley, the senior, going against Eric Myers, also a senior. Final bout, Clearfield takes the win, but one more match to play. Myers 3-9 on the season, Shawley 7-2. And Myers takes him down, but then Shawley gets a takedown. That's a 2-point takedown for Shawley, 2-zip early going of the first period. Shawley on top, Myers on the bottom. Myers trying to break out of it, almost does, but Shawley keeps him there. Shawley all the way on top, keeping him over. Myers tries to grab the foot. Shawley still keeping an advantage as they near the out-of-bounds marker. A minute to go in the first period. Shawley still staying on top, not wanting to grant Myers the escape. Shawley nearing to pin. They have the near fall. They're pulling it out. Can they get the second shoulder blade? Close to it. He has the 3-point near fall. Shawley wants to pin. Can he get it?
You can tell he keeps looking over at the referee to see if he's going to give him that call.
Shawley gets the pin. Clearfield takes the match, but Shawley, nice showing from the final two wrestlers for Bellefonte, and that'll end it 39-24. Bellefonte takes the loss. Clearfield wins. They improve to 7-1, 5-0 in league play. Bellefonte drops to 6-4, 2-4 in league play. Again, we talked about Bellefonte, a young team they're building for the future, but let's talk about Gage Long. He had one of the most dominant performances today. Yeah,
we really saw a lopsided victory for Clearfield tonight, but Gage Long with a great performance, one of the more aggressive wrestlers for Bellefonte tonight, and came up with a huge win, gave his team a fighter's chance, but they came up a little too short tonight.
Yes, again, Gage Long takes that win, but overall, Clearfield, an overwhelming victory, 39-24. It was 2-2 in terms of wins and losses early on, but Clearfield just had the more decisive wins, the bigger wins, the pins, if you will. And, you know, that's going to do it for high school wrestling here on CNET. For Jack Flanagan, I'm John Calavita. Thanks for watching and have a great night.